Do that shit. Do that shit in public. Do that shit around people. Do it. Actually do it and see what happens. It'll break you out of the NPC mind that your mind is programmed to think. So like, I'm this person. I'm supposed to be at work. I'm supposed to be doing this. If you want to accomplish your long-term dreams and your long-term goals, you want to accomplish your dreams in life, you're gonna have to go against the grain sometimes. And just realize your brain, like, it snaps in to this mode of doing everything that everyone else expects you to. And sometimes you just gotta you gotta break out of it. You gotta break out of it. And anyway, let's go down. This is my second time shooting this video. Let's go hop in the truck, and I'm gonna share with you guys some things I think will really help your life.
So if you can get past that, just be aware of it and just start looking around. Like when you go to Target, when you go to Walmart, when you talk to whoever, like people will turn into like NPCs. And they'll just be like, oh, I'm a door greeter now. Hey, how's it going? And like, that's how their brain is. And like, you have to snap them out of it, like make a joke and kind of like shift their frame that, no, you're a fucking human being. Like, let's talk about, whatever, because there's going to be like, and that's like an example of just like everyday life. Like go to the bank, the banker, well, how's it going? And they're like in this character. They're not like that shit at home. Like they're putting on a role. Even me in the YouTube videos, hey guys, here's how to learn 5 tips on how to. It's like, just realize it and just be aware of it. It's not wrong, and it's almost impossible to escape. But once you realize, like, what identity am I assuming, and then you're able to play with it and choose, and you're not being forced. That's what you want to prevent, is like being forced into an identity that doesn't match up with your long-term vision and your long-term goals. So that's gonna be number 1. Here we go again. Number 1. Number 2. So I wanted to make this video because as I was drinking my coffee, as the caffeine was kicking in, there's been a few things I've been doing lately that I'm just like, everyone should be doing this. If they want success, people should be doing these things. And the first part of the video is, get the fuck out of someone else's identity for you. But the next would be like, push yourself physically every day to your limits. Whatever age you are, forever. There's no reason not to. Antidepressants, like the pills that doctors give you, have a 40% chance of working. That sounds pretty good, right? Sugar pills also have a 40% chance of working. So it's essentially just the doctor telling you that you're going to get better that makes you better. Or like, there's a lot of different ways to look at it, but basically they don't fucking work. What is scientifically proven to cure depression is exercise. Like, that's like the number 1 thing, is exercise. And so if you could put hard exercise into a pill, I'm talking about you go to the gym, push yourself to your limits to where it's hard to breathe, and you told yourself, your monkey brain kicked in and told yourself to quit like 5 times on the Stairmaster because you had it on level 15 and your legs are about to give out. I'm talking about that kind of exercise every day. And the reason why is the mental benefits are insane. And I guarantee you, if you push yourself to the extreme, they're even better. And, some people might disagree with me, and that's fine. But I'm telling you from experience, and I'm telling you from doing this. I've been an athlete my whole life. I wrestled in college, arguably the hardest thing to do, wrestle at that level. And the mental benefits are insane after a hard workout. So I think not going on the run every day, not hitting the Stairmaster, not, failing, go to failure on every exercise you do. Go to failure. And this is like a mental shift. It's like pushing to your limits every day, and you're going to get stronger. And over the course of your life, it's going to help you live so much longer. I go to jiu-jitsu gyms, and there's some guys 60, 70 years old rolling. They're rolling, like literally they're rolling with their hips above their head, like on their neck, like shifting around. And it's just because they did that shit every day for the last 20 years. you know, for the last 40 years, for the last 50, like their whole lives, they've been doing it. And so just don't stop. That's what I tell myself. I'm 30 years old now, and I'm just going to keep fucking going and push myself hard. And my hip hurts, my knee hurts, whatever. I'm going to keep running, you know? And I think it's the same mentality in business. You know, I think I was talking with my buddy about this on our run yesterday, and I'm like, my hip hurt like shit. I could be like, oh, damn, I'm getting old. I know a lot of 30-year-olds that say this, like, oh, I'm just too old for that. And they're like, that's their excuse for like getting beat up by the high school kids and the rest of them. And I'm like, no, it's an attitude, you know? Like yeah, you might be achy, but don't identify, back to the identity thing, don't identify as old. Like, don't hold yourself down with that belief. Because what does that belief do? It protects a person saying it. I'm old, I don't need to do that, blah, blah, blah. And now they don't have to work hard. Now they don't have to compete. Now, like, it just shuts everything down and protects them in their little bubble, but really it hurts them over the long run. So physically pushing yourself every day, that's gonna be something, you know, I think that everyone should be implementing in their lives. Next would be, I feel like I cut myself off there. No, I think I finished my thought. Next would be to focus every day on really getting good at identifying what is the thing that is most important for me to do in my business, and getting good at doing that over a long period of time. I recommend reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, learn about the 4 quadrants. What's the book that talks about urgent, important, and important? There's like type in urgent, important things on ChatGPT or Google, and it'll break it down. But what's important in your business? Like, what's truly important versus what's urgent? And then identify what's going to help you scale your business, what's going to really build something that's going to allow you to build wealth over time, and hopefully systems that you can separate yourself from your business and have it operate in your absence. Like, focus on those every day. I like what the 1 hour, the one thing book talks about. 4 hours a day, one thing, and it's the most important thing in your business. And that's what you need to do every day. And then after that, you can work on other stuff, you can do whatever, but for 4 hours, you're going to do the most important thing in your business every day. So you identify that and then bang it out. And if you implement that over the course of 5-10 years, like, you're set. You're set. And so the last thing I want to talk about, I don't know if this is 4 or 5, but we'll end the video with this, is you know, but shit. I don't even know if we were recording the whole fucking time. Oh no, we are. The last thing is going to be financial risk. It's this perception in your head, like, don't do that. It's risky. Don't put $100,000 in inventory. It's risky. Whatever. People are so afraid of losing money. They're so afraid of it not working out. But I think the best thing that could happen to you for your growth would be it doesn't work out. It would be that $100,000 of inventory, you know, goes to shit. And then you have to focus so hard, and you'll experience such a level of dedication and focus and just being locked in that you never thought of, that it's such a blessing when things like that come in your life. You should be so happy that now you have all of this momentum and motivation, and your brain will think differently, and it's going to open up possibility that you should be thanking God for the opportunity that fell in your lap. The one that you're so afraid of. You know, oh, I don't want to buy the $3,000 of books. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to, you know, do the equity deal. I don't want to, whatever it is, whatever you're so afraid of, like, if that happened, it could be the best thing in your life in terms of just personal growth and motivation and the next chapter. So that's it. Those are the things that have worked for me, and hopefully they'll work for you too. If you guys have any questions at all, comment below. Much love. Peace.